Did you know that your teenage kid can be arrested and charged with sexting for sending nudes? Well, yes, you actually can. And my name is Adam Rossen. I'm the founder and owner of the Rossen Law Firm. We're a criminal defense firm in South Florida. In this video, we're going to be talking about teenage sexting. So 16-year-old to a 17-year-old, 15-year-old to a 16-year-old. We're going to be talking about how that type of sexting is a crime, can be prosecuted, what the legal ramifications are, what the potential penalties are. So that way, parents, you can know how to educate your teens and eventually protect them. So teen sexting is a lot different than adults sexting or adults, maybe an 18, 19-year-old sending nudes or receiving nudes from a 16-year-old. So remember, in this video, we're talking about two teens, two people that are under the age of 18. Now, Florida law says it's impermissible to send or to receive or to ask and receive for the nudes. Now, what happens is the penalties, the first offense is not a crime. The first time somebody is charged with this, it's actually a civil infraction, which has 8 hours of community service and a course that you have to go to basically learn about cybersecurity, cyber safety. Now, if you get caught doing this a second time, then it is a crime and it does become a first-degree misdemeanor, punishable by up to 1 year in jail and juvenile sanctions as well. If this is your third time, then this does become a felony. And again, these would be prosecuted in juvenile court, but they do become crimes. So this is a very big deal, especially for parents wanting to know what's going on with their children and if their children could be liable, whether civilly for a civil citation or if it rises to the level of a criminal offense. So there's a lot of defenses to cases like this, and Florida law specifically outlines one in particular. If the recipient of the nude did not ask, did not solicit or ask or want it, well, then they're not culpable. It's not a civil infraction for them. It's not a criminal infraction. They can't be prosecuted. So what that means is the prosecutors have to prove the intent element. They have to be able to say whether or not that person really asked for it. And they have to, really prosecute it and be able to get text messages, right? Obviously, the images, it could be through, most of the time it's going to be through a text app, whether it's just, an iPhone, right? Messenger or some other kind of messaging app. It's probably not going to be through email these days. But there's a lot of different things that we can do on the defense side, in addition to the one that the legislature carried out or enumerated into the statute, saying that the person must actually request it or solicit it. So some other defenses on these type of cases are typical defenses in almost every single case. So number one, prosecutors have to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt. And there's a very big difference between what the prosecutors think happened, what they know happened, and the world we live in, which is what can they prove in a court of law under the rules of evidence and procedure. And there's a very big gap between those three in a lot of these cases. Okay. They need to go through the motions. They have to put forth witnesses and make sure that the evidence is collected and is admissible. So there's a lot of things that we can do to attack the evidence itself, how it's collected. We always look at our clients' 4th, 5th, and 6th Amendment constitutional rights. Was there a Miranda violation? Did the police illegally coerce a statement? Did they illegally collect some of the evidence? If there was a search warrant for phones or different apps, was that search warrant requested and was the information collected legally? So there's a lot of types of ways that we defend these cases. And, parents, especially, because this video, parents, is really for you. Make sure that you're having these intelligent conversations with your children. Make sure that you're talking to them and saying, look, this is the way the world is now, but hey, you're 16, 17, and you could be prosecuted. You can become, have a sex crime on your record for something like this that is really, just kids being kids these days. So parents, I really encourage you, have open and honest conversations, talk about these things, and make sure that your kids are mature enough to know that something like this probably shouldn't be done. Okay? If you have any questions, if anything like this comes about, feel free, contact us. We want to help. Rossen Law Firm, whether your kids are charged with a crime or not, you can reach us at any time, 754-206-6200.